Now, let us see what are the chances of fertilization. What happens? Woman, female will produce only one kind of gamete, that is 22x. Whenever egg she is producing, ovum she is producing, ovum are always 22x. There is no other chromosomal form of ovum. Ovum is always 22x. Is it all right? And sperms, half of the sperms are 22x and half of the sperms are 22y, half, 50%. Is it all right? Because x and y are separating. Now, what are the chances of fertilization? How we had done? Okay, if this is the ovum produced, it can either fertilize with this or this can fertilize with this. We will never show this two because both are female gamete. Is it all right? Or this can fertilize this, or this can fertilize this. Is it clear? What are the chances if this and this are getting fertilized? So what are the chances? 22 and 22 makes 22 pairs. Okay, and x makes xx. I'll show in the Punnett square again. Is it all right? 22 pairs and xx. Now we go to, if this is fertilized by this sperm, okay, 22 and 22 again makes 22 pairs. Again make 22 pairs. Is it all right? And what is the word? X and y. X and y. Okay. Again, if this is fertilized by this, is it clear? If this is fertilized by this, then 22 pairs. Okay, x and x. And if this is fertilized by this, then 22 pairs x and y. Okay, 22 pairs x and x. That means this zygote which is formed will finally divide to form a female. The cell is a female cell. How do we know? Because 22 pairs and x is a female cell. This will be a female child, a male child, a female child, a male child. Now you tell me, the sex of a child depends. That is the reason we say that the sex of the child depends on the father, not on the mother. What is the reason? Mother is homogametic. Same kind of gamete she produces. Whatever gamete she is producing is always 22x. Is it clear? So it depends what will be the sex of the child, or it depends on the sperms, which determines the sex of the child. Is it all right? So if 22x sperm is producing, it will be a female. Is it? And if 22y sperm is fertilizing, then it will be a male. So let me show you in a Punnett square again. Okay, that will again easy for you. Both ways, let me show you. So what are the gametes produced? 22x by the female, and what are the gametes produced by the male? 22x and 22y. Okay, now let us draw a Punnett square. You can show crosses can always be shown by Punnett square. 22x, this one here also 22x, 22x, 22y. Cross 22 and 22 makes 22 pairs. Okay, x and x, xx. Okay, here 22 pairs, 22 and 22 makes 22 pairs. Okay, x and y. 22 and 22 makes 22 pairs. X and x, 22 and 22 makes 22 pairs. X and y. See what happens. This kind of, either this kind of organism will be formed, or this or this or this. Is it all right? If this is the thing, then it is a female. Is it? Female child, male child, female child, male child. XX and XY determines that it will be a female or a male child. Is it all right? Okay. So the sex of the child totally depends on the sperm which is fertilizing the ovum, because ovum is same kind. So the question comes that how the sex of a child is dependent on father, not on mother, or father determines the sex of the child, not the mother. What will you write? Mother produces, or the female or the mother produces only one type of gamete, that is her gametes are all 22X. Is it clear? Whereas the males or the father produces two types of gametes, that is 22X and 22Y. You have to mention. You have to mention this two types of gametes. Just don't write two types of gametes. What are the types of gametes you will write? Now, if the ovum is fertilized by, if the ovum means the mother's cell, is fertilized by 22X sperm, then the child will be a female. Is it clear? And if the ovum is fertilized by 22Y sperm, the child will be a male. Is it all right? So this is what. Now let us come to the next one, inheritances. All right. So we will see some of the inheritable characters. See, I'll just do one thing. Inheritance, first we do with autosomal characters. There are two types of, inheritances. One is autosomal characters are inherited, and the second one is sex-linked character. I'll just explain both. The basic idea I'll give you, sex-linked characters. What are autosomal characters? If you go back to again the previous chapter, I told you that these two chapters are very related. Is it all right? If you go back to the previous chapter, if you remember chromosome, any chromosome, I am showing it can be autosome or sex chromosome, whatever. Is it all right? Chromosome is actually made up of DNA. DNA coils up with histone protein, to form chromatin fiber. Chromatin fibers further coil up to form chromosome. So what is chromosome? Chromosome is DNA. Okay. And I told you a sequence of nucleotide which can encode the synthesis of a protein is a gene, which can give orders, which can orders to the in a very crude language I am saying, to RNA, and RNA with ribosome can synthesize a protein. That part of the DNA is a gene, and if it cannot encode the synthesis of a particular protein, encode the synthesis of a particular protein, then it is not a gene. It is non-genetic part of DNA. All right. So every chromosome, what do we know? Every chromosome has gene present, located on it. Genes are located. Is it clear? This is the genetic part. This again there is a non-genetic part. Irrespective to that, the genes are located on chromosomes. Chromosomes contain gene. These genes are if the genes are present on autosomes, you know what are autosomes. Is it clear? The characters controlled by these genes are called autosomal character. Is it clear? And if this gene is located on sex chromosome, we call it sex-linked characters. The characters controlled by these genes are sex-linked characters. Is it clear? Repeating once more. What are there? There are 22 pairs of autosomes. Okay, and there is one pair of sex chromosome. Maybe XX, XY, one pair of sex chromosome. If the genes are present on these autosomes, the characters controlled by those genes are known as autosomal characters. Autosomal characters. Is it clear? And if the genes are present on sex chromosome, is it all right? The character controlled by those genes are called sex-linked character. since autosomes are same in male and female, I told you autosomes are same in male and female, so these characters, autosomal characters do not depend on the sex of the organism. Is it all right? They are equally expressed or they are equally suppressed in both males and females. Detail I'll show you. Is it repeating once more? The autosomal characters, since autosomes I told you they are same in male and female. I mean to say, suppose I am showing you a cell, I show you a cell. I hide the sex chromosome. Alright, XXXY, I hide the sex chromosome and I tell you to identify the cell as a male cell or a female cell, you won't be able to identify. To identify it as a male cell or female cell, it is important to see the sex chromosome. If the sex chromosome are both same, it is female. If it is different, X and Y, it's a male. Is it all right? Now come back to it. Now here what do you see? Autosomal character. Now I told you autosomes are same in male and females, males and females. So autosomal characters are equally suppressed, means suppression or expression of autosomal character doesn't depend on the sex of the individual. They are equally expressed or equally same way they are expressed or suppressed in both male and female. But sex-linked characters, since sex chromosomes are different in males and females, alright, XX and XY, alright, their expression is different in male and female.